what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk with this controversy surrounding DaBaby right now. But for those that don't know the situation, so there was a festival over the weekend called Rolling Loud. Usually, all the smaller artists go there, perform, all that stuff. Some big artists would show up too. But anyways, I would consider him a big artist as of well, especially now, but he's been making moves and stuff. But yeah, at this Rolling Loud festival, it just came to an abrupt stop. He is currently waiting at a red light right now and waiting for that light to go green so he can continue on with his career. Cause man, I'm telling you, it's a situation where he's at a red light and his car might break down at that red light. So he better hope that light turns green and that car can go and take him to point B. But as I see it, it's bruh, there's C4 attached to your car and you got 5 seconds left. I don't know. I feel like that there can be, well, I mean, the artist that he was performing with, he got out of some controversy not too long ago, the artist Tory Lanez. But I'm telling you, these guys is really just setting themselves up, and everybody's oh, freedom of speech, trying to defend him. But it's bro, there is a time and place, and then there's a right way and a wrong way of talking about things. When you go to the Rolling Loud Festival and you tell your fans, oh, raise your hands in the air if you ain't got HIV, AIDS, and whatever other things he said, overall being disrespectful, because it's bro, there's people out there that literally had no control over that. They didn't know that was going to happen to them. And it happened. So they got to live with that for the rest of their lives. They've been trying to find a cure for that stuff for I don't know how long. And you think that anybody out there, it's all even my thing is this. I know I don't have no HIV, AIDS, and all that stuff. I'm clean. But anyways, that's just I feel like it's just disrespectful, even if it was me. But it's I'm not saying that I know anybody with it, but I just think along those lines. What if I had a friend or a family member that I brought with me to go to this festival, and they hear some stuff like that happen, that I'm gonna feel bad for them. I honestly feel bad for people out there that has, I mean, regardless of whether it was this situation or any other situation, it's messed up that people, have this virus in them. And there's they can't do nothing about it. The only thing that they can do is live with it, work ways around it. But it's yeah, if a person got HIV, AIDS, they don't, my thing is regardless of whether you do have it or don't have it, I'm not going to no festival to hear you perform and then that's how you get people to raise up their hands. No, that's just not what you're supposed to. My thing is this is how I would go about it. I would probably, overall talk about it at the Rolling Loud Festival, but I'd just be hey, you know what? Let's raise some money. Let's raise some awareness for people out there with HIV, AIDS. So these next few songs I'm about to perform, this goes out to you guys. And I'm going to kill it with my performance. I'm going to go crazy with my performance. But I'm not going to single out people that are living probably I wouldn't necessarily say the worst life. I'm not going to say that, but I'm just saying there's a part of their life they don't know if or when they will get that back. So it's to live with that. I'm nah, man, that's messed up. That's just not how you go about things. And so anyways, yeah, but after that, after he said that, oh, make some noise if you don't have HIV, AIDS, or some dumb stuff like that, then afterwards, yeah, then it was people, they were just going off on him and stuff, and it actually led down to one of the artists that he did a song with, overall saying they don't recognize the artist that that they made that song with. Her name is Dua Lipa or something like that, bro. I don't know how I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I'm not gonna be sitting here trying to spend the next few minutes trying to pronounce her name. But anyways, Dua Lipa, she yeah, she was saying she doesn't even recognize the artist that she was that made that song with. They made a song, music video, and all of that. And yeah, it's Nobody, because I'm like, nobody recognizes him now. Like, my thing is this: just because you're making a lot of money, just because you got a good security team, or you know how to fight, or you got guns, or any of this stuff, that doesn't take away the fact that you're going to feel bad for the things that you do. And then he's trying to bring like Black Lives Matter in the middle of this, like, oh, well, y'all keep that same energy when I say something about Black Lives Matter and all of that. Like, hey, yo, look, black people ain't got nothing to do with what you said up on that stage. Okay, something happens to us, yes, we're gonna come out and we're gonna talk about that type of stuff. But we gotta talk about you being up on a stage talking about make some noise if you ain't got no HIV/AIDS. Like, nobody, my thing is this: who went to the Rolling Loud Festival to hear him say some stuff like that? Like, I know that there's like evil-minded people out there, and I know that there's people that would look at that situation and laugh about it. Overall, I feel like if you are gonna laugh about it, you just gotta laugh about how dumb that is. Like, no, you can't like do stuff like that and then think that it's okay. Like, that's not okay. Because my thing is, how would that made him feel if he knew somebody with HIV/AIDS? Or let's say, you know what? No, now let's throw black people in the mix of this. Let's say let's say he was a fan, right? On watching a white artist. Let's say if let's I don't even freaking know. I ain't trying to like, put no artist in no category of like racism and things. I really feel bad if I were to use an artist as an example, but just know it is an example. I'm not overall saying that this artist is racist, but let's say G-Eazy, one of my favorite artists. I listen to this guy all the time, so I have nothing but love for G-Eazy. G-Eazy, highly doubt that he would hear this, but I'm using his name as an example. I'm not, trying to say anything or do anything, so I'm just using his name as an example. But let's say if G-Eazy got up on stage and was all like, make some noise for the black people that got killed by cops. Like, why? No, that's not like, you don't get up on stage or do some stuff or make some noise for racism. Like, no, you can't do that. And I know for a fact that DaBaby would be looking in the crowd, calling him every name that he can possibly think of, like, oh, this dude's a bozo, he's a bum, he's this, he's that. So, but that's wrong, right? That's wrong. I know anybody will look at that and see that that situation is wrong. A white rapper talking about, yeah, man, that's not cool. So how do you think people with HIV/AIDS felt when they were either at the show, watching the show, whatever, or there's people that know somebody with HIV/AIDS and they're watching your performance and they're watching your show, and then even the people that has lost people to HIV/AIDS, do you really think they want to be at the show and hear some stuff like that? Like, my thing is this: I've never met anybody with HIV/AIDS. I don't know anybody with HIV/AIDS. Only I know celebrities and famous people that have came out and say how they had HIV and stuff. But it's like, I feel for those that are like, in the shoes of a person where it's like, somebody, or you have it. Because I mean, if I were to have it, I wouldn't want to hear no stuff like that up on stage. So that's why I'm like, bro, my thing is this: you gotta sit down and choose your words carefully. You guys sit down and think about this stuff that you say. Like, it's crazy how I can improvise every video, I can improvise every podcast episode, I can improvise anything that I get into, but I know what lines to cross and not to cross. Like, I'll go out and, call out the KKK and make fun of, like, racist people and stuff, but I'm not going to promote the lifestyle of a racist person. Like, I'm like, oh, make some noise if you're a white person, you don't call somebody the N-word. Like, that's just dumb. Like, I mean, I feel like if I were to say some stuff like that up on stage, I have to be doing, like, some comedy skit or something. But if I'm an artist and I'm like, no, like, or even like, if let's say, okay, sorry G-Eazy for, okay, you know what, let me use somebody else. Who else can I? Let's say Ariana Grande got up on stage, and no disrespect to her, but let's say she's like, make some noise if you said the N-word. Like, what? No, I had left. I had been like, I probably would have started laughing, because I'd been like, oh, she just ruined her career. She just ruined her career. Like, you have millions of followers. Now you had millions of followers. And, yeah, it's like, man, and I'm pretty sure probably a lot of people unfollowed DaBaby after that, because it's like, bro, like, what was the reason for that? And okay, so this was the reason, all right? This is the reason. I wanted to talk on this a little bit, because I did crack a joke about it. But I overall wanted to just, in case if there was ever a time where it, were to people try to go back and find my old tweets and saying that, oh, I'm homophobic or I got problems with Lil Nas X and all of that. So I guess that was the reason why he overall did that, was because of Lil Nas X's performance or something like that, or his music video or whatever. So anyways, Lil Nas X came out with this music video where he's in prison and he's dancing around with like all these naked men and things, and so on. So my thing is like, I know I was scrolling through Twitter and I seen that, and I'm like, look, I ain't going to Twitter to see no naked men dancing. Like, I just came on here for the memes and jokes and stuff. Tweets from my friends, that's it. But I ain't come on here to see no naked men dancing. I don't even go on there to see naked people, period. And there's like, and that's one thing, like, prior before of me talking like about that Lil Nas X video and stuff, was that, bro, people, you guys got to check like what you're liking, because Twitter lets me know what you guys like. And you guys be out there, there's one of the people that I follow, they like this post talking about, oh, like this post for a trial of my OnlyFans. What? Why did I see that you like that? Why did I see it? I'm like, no. Or people that be like liking YouTubers that be like showing off their bodies and stuff in photos. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to be out in public and I'm scrolling and people are looking, because there's going to be that one nosy person that be looking at your phone and stuff, and then they see that. They just see some girl with her, her breastises hanging all out and stuff. But I'm like, jokes aside though, but it's like, I just don't care for seeing that. Like, I just don't care for seeing any of that stuff. I just go on Twitter to just, read stuff, look at articles and all of that. When I go on Twitter and I see Lil Nas X and a bunch of naked men dancing, I'm like, why am I seeing this? Why is this on my timeline? That's why I wish Twitter would let you have control of your timeline. Like, stop having it where I'm seeing all these other different, let me see what I want to see. The latest tweets that people are making. Nobody, not the stuff that people are liking, tweets. That's the one thing, to just kind of get off topic, that's the one thing that I really hate about social media, is that you have no control over your news feed on anything. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok has gotten to the point where they're showing videos that I've already liked. Facebook, you can have it where you set that thing to most recent. You will not see the most recent post that you see on there. They always switch it back to the top post and things. Instagram, you'll follow somebody and then like a photo from like weeks ago or however long ago, and I'm like, fam, I want to see the new stuff. Okay, like, I get it where it's like with Instagram, they're like, okay, you followed this person, hey, here's some of their latest posts. That's what you should do. Let me choose to see what I want to see on my news feed. But you have no control over what you want to see on your news feed. So, like, yeah, I'm scrolling through Twitter and I'm just scrolling and scrolling, and all of a sudden I see Lil Nas X and a bunch of naked men dancing. I'm like, why? For what? What am I looking at this for? So I'm like, yeah, keep on scrolling. I'm like, but I made a tweet about it, and I was just like, look, I didn't come on Twitter to see Lil Nas X and a bunch of naked men dancing. I didn't come on Twitter for that. But here's the thing. That's a joke. I'm telling y'all right now, that's a joke. All right? And I'm not saying like, oh, it's okay. Like, yeah, show me videos of Lil Nas X. I have a preference on what I want to see and what I don't want to see. All right? Now I'm going to talk about that. It wouldn't be no different if people are making tweets and posts about me saying, oh, I hate TMossBoss or I hate this. Freedom of speech. I get that. Freedom of speech. I do get that. All right? And Lil Nas X, here's the thing about it. Okay? Lil Nas X, he can post all of his videos of him and a bunch of naked men, dancing, kissing, all of that stuff. I know that I won't go out of my way to click on that just to be like, oh, Lil Nas X, you need to stop posting stuff like that. Lil Nas X is making bank off of that stuff. He's living his life. He's doing what he wants to do. So who am I to jump into this man's life and tell him what to do and what not to do? He can post all of the videos that he want of all the, different things. If he's twerking in heaven or hell, whatever he was doing, sliding down poles, kissing men at award shows, dancing in prisons when naked. I'm like, look, do all of that, okay? But that doesn't mean that I gotta follow him and bully him and harass him. That just means, okay, I know not to follow this man. That doesn't mean that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, he needs to stop doing what he's doing. No, I just don't want to see it. So my thing is like, my beef in reality, my beef ain't with the person that retweeted it or liked it or whatever. My beef is with Twitter with not allowing me to look at what I want to look at. So I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm like, bro, I just, I don't care for that type of stuff. But I'm like, I'm not saying that he needs to stop. No, continue doing. I wouldn't even want him to listen to me if I were telling him to stop. No, man, do your thing. Cause it's like it's no different from when they tell me to stop doing my videos. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep on going. If I do stop, it's because I feel like stopping. All right. So, anyways, it's like you gotta understand when you're on your social media accounts, when you're on your YouTube channels, when you're on your TikToks, you're in the driver's seat. Okay, you're driving the car. All right. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm at the end of the day, yeah, it's like, you're in control of all of that stuff. Ain't nobody else in control of that. So you post what you want to post, do what you want to do. And to whoever my friend is, I'm just like, I don't want to see it, okay? So I'm like, hey, yo, like, my thing is, like, I just wish Twitter would just stop showing me things that's like, oh, your friend liked this. So, okay, that's on their account. They liked it. I'm liking my stuff. Like, it's just crazy, man. But anyways, yeah, I just think that is wild how social media is. But anyways, yeah, DaBaby messed up. We just gonna establish that right now. And I don't know if maybe he can come back from it, maybe not. I don't know if this is the end of his career. Like, dang, bro, you was doing so good, then you just messed it up because you wanted to go and be on stage talking about make some noise if you don't have HIV/AIDS or whatever he was up on there saying. I think he said something along those lines. But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching in or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 34 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch at TMossBoss. I almost forgot the last one, and also make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from GEEK, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your next purchase. And then that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.